Hello and welcome guys. So in this lecture, let's just set up our scene a little bit. We can add a camera, some lights and take a portfolio ready render. And yeah, then we will end up with this course. So let's just start. I will go back to the layout tab and we can come into the viewport shading. And currently it is set to EV. So we can change this to cycles because we want to use the ray tracing engine. Set this to GPU. If you have a GPU, you can also enable denoise from over here. All right, I will come back to layout now because it can get a little bit laggy. So press Shift A and let's add a simple plane. Press 7 for top view. Let's press 1 for the front view. Place it over here. Scale it up like this. And then just press Tab. Press 2 for edge select. Select this edge. Press E. And then press Z to extrude it upwards like this. And press Ctrl A. Apply the scale. Then press Tab. Press 2 for edge select. Okay, let me enable screencast keys. Okay, so they are enabled. Yeah. Select this one, this edge, then press Ctrl B and bevel it out like this. So that we have like some kind of studio lighting setup. And yeah, this looks pretty good in my opinion. Let's just press Shift A and add a camera now. And now to set up a camera, it is very easy. If you press 0 right now on the number pad, you can view through the camera. So this is what the camera will see. Whatever is inside your camera, that would be rendered. So yeah, let's just set up it now. So it is very easy. You can first just move your scene around like you want to like you want to place the camera over that scene. So just move around normally in Blender. Like let's say I want to place my camera just like this. Now you can press Control Alt and 0, and as soon as you do that, you can see the camera is now automatically set up over here. You can just go back to View tab. You can press N to bring this toolbar, and in the View tab, enable Camera to View, and now you can easily zoom it out and place it however you want. So yeah, these are like really handy shortcuts. Now make sure to disable this. If you don't disable it, it will like go out of focus. So as soon as you disable it, now it won't go out of focus. If you press 0, you can view back your camera and this is your normal Blender view. So yeah, as soon as you press 0, you can view the camera through this, you can view the scene through this camera. And when you press, let's say F12 to render, you can go to render and render image. Shortcut for that is F12. So if you press F12, you will notice that this scene will start to get rendered, as you can see. But right now there are not really any lights, so that's why it is so dark. Let's just close this for now. We don't want it to render it. I'll come back to layout and let's see. Let's go back to the shading tab, and over here you can select any of the material and you will see that the material is appearing over here. Let's just select this thing also, add a new material to this, and we will change it later on, not right now. Let's just keep it this way only. So yeah, what I was talking about is whenever you select any object from over here, the material will appear right underneath us. But if you go from object to the world settings, over here you can change the world settings of the, like you can add lights and things like that. So yeah, let's go over to the rendered view over here so that we can view all the lights. Press 0 for the camera. And yeah, now we'll basically just add a HDRI. So press Shift A and search for environment texture. And if you will look in your course files, I've added a simple HDRI for you guys to use. If you want, definitely you can use any one that you might have. You can like download it from the internet. There are like bunch of different HDRIs that you can find online, pretty good ones. So yeah, let's just hit open and I will add this one for now. Let's quickly, yeah, over here in the tutorial directory, just open it up. And now you just need to connect it over here. And as soon as you do that, you can see light is being poured into our scene. And now it looks like better than before. Now select this HDRI node over here, the environment texture node, and press Ctrl T. And as soon as you do that, you will see this mapping node appear and you can change the rotation to maybe something interesting. Yeah, like let's say, let's put this to 250. And then I will select this thing, go back to object, and let's change the color of this a little bit. We can make it a little bit darker. Now press Shift A and add a light. area light of your own so that we can create some of our own lighting. Let's increase the power to 100 maybe. Well, let's set this to 250. Increase the area of this, the size of this to 3 meters maybe. I'll just select this light, press Shift plus D and place it over here. Press 3 for the right side view on rotate it and rotate it like this, just so it is pointing towards our guitar like this. Press 0 to view your camera and press 7 for the top view. Let's see. So currently it is straight ahead. So let's just place it at an angle like this. And let's say I increase the power of this to 500. Yeah, I think this looks all right. Something like this. What I will do now is let's just quickly check this. And what I will do is you can change the resolution from over here, but let's just quickly render it out once. I will decrease the samples from 4000 to maybe something like 500 for now, and quickly hit F12 on your keyboard, and you can just wait for the render to finish. It might take a little while depending on your system, and yeah, I'll just come back when it is finished. Alright guys, so now the render is done. You can zoom in on it, and as you can see, all those details that we added in the textures, we can really see them over here. If you feel like those details are not that much, you can like go back to Substance Painter and edit them out a little bit according to you. But yeah, let's just go back and I will show you a couple more things and then we'll just finish with the course. I will also once take my renders into Photoshop to show you one or two tricks that I use to make my renders pop a little bit more. Uh, let's go back to rendered view and I will move the lights a little bit lower. And now I'll show you we can change the resolution of this. So right now it is like in 1920 by 1080 normal full HD resolution, but there is like lots of empty space. So for our guitar, we can also make a render in like a vertical shape. So just change the resolution from over here. So let's say I will set this to something like 2000 and we can increase this to something like 2500. And you can see it is a lot more like vertical now. So enable camera to view and just zoom in on your guitar like this. Maybe we can even increase it to 3000. Yeah, disable it back. And this way you can create like various different types of renders using different types of camera. So yeah, I will definitely suggest you guys to like experiment with this a little bit, add different types of light. You can like add them at different angles. You can change the color of the lights to whatever you like, just to add like more detail to your scene and more variation. You can select this backdrop and maybe give it a completely weird type of color. So yeah, there are like definitely lots and lots of possibilities with this. You can play around with it. I mean, even giving it some color like this does not look that bad. It looks all right. I will also go over here and enable render region. This will only show us this part only that is going to be rendered. This way it is like a lot easier to focus. So as I was saying, you can definitely experiment with this a lot. You can change the HDRI also, like find different types of HDRI on online and you can use them. They can give you like different results with different types of lighting. Change the backdrop, add different lights, and yeah, that would be my suggestion. So for this backdrop, I think I will go with something like grayish, but also has like a little bit of yellow tint to it. And yeah, this looks really good. And now let's just come back over here and increase the samples to maybe something like 1500, and then just hit F12 and wait for the render to finish. I'll continue back when it's done. Alright guys, so the render is finished now. You can now save it by just going over here to image, save, and let's just save it outside only. I will save it as a JPEG and increase the quality to 100% and save as, let's set this to 1 and save as image. And yeah, basically that was it. This way you can render it out and save it as images to like upload them anywhere or take them anywhere you want. Let's close it, and yeah. And now I'll just quickly open up Photoshop. Right, so let's just hit open and I will open up the file that we just exported from render. So honestly, I don't really know that much about photo editing or Photoshop. So basically the commands I use are very basic, like decreasing or increasing things like the brightness, contrast, and you can also like play around with things like the color balance to like give it different tints of different colors. Obviously there are all these like these basic stuff. You can also just auto tone from over here and auto color. These can like sometimes fix your color and make them pop a little bit more, as you can see. But one command that I most often always use is the sharpen more command. If you go to filter, sharpen, and just select sharpen more, you will see as soon as you do that, all of your edges that were looking like a little bit fuzzy and like not that clear, as soon as you use sharpen mode, they will be like the edges will now appear like much more clearer and sharp, and this makes the image like look a lot better. So yeah, I will just suggest you guys to always use sharpen more on your renders. Not only just this one, any kind of 3D renders that you do, make sure to always use sharpen more. As you can see, if I undo this, everything is like a little bit fuzzy, but if I just enable it, yeah, that makes it look much better. So yeah, this is what I like wanted to share with you guys. Obviously, it is not that much, but as I said, I don't really know that much about Photoshop. So yeah, now as I said, you can play around with different things with your renders. Take out like 2, 3, 4, 5 different renders of your guitar from different angles with different colors, lights, everything. And yeah, this is it for the course, guys. That's it from my side. Make sure to join my Discord server. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.